Housing prices have surged to their biggest gain since 1988, climbing 14.6% compared to last year. That's according to some new data that was out today. Now, the jump represents the 11th straight month of gains. So we're joined now by Daryl Fairweather, chief economist at the real estate firm Redfin. So let's start with this hot market that we have right now. Do you see housing prices continue to rise? I saw your note that said that there is a little bit of a cooling. But do you think that there is a bubble here that could be bursting soon?
I don't think that home prices are going to come down. I don't think that there's a bubble that's about to burst. What we're expecting is for competition to ease a bit. It'll go from having 12 offers on an attractive home to having maybe 6 or 7, which is still a lot. And with that much competition, prices are going to stay high.
I want to ask you, Daryl, the last time we saw a home price growth peak, that was all the way back in 2005. And the difference, I guess, between now and then is mortgage rates. They remain 50% lower today than they were in 2005. Even though prices are at a record high right now, what's going to fuel this market? Is it going to be low interest rates?
Mortgage rates are still at historic lows, and I think mortgage rates will stay pretty low. They may tick up a bit towards the end of the year as the economy really starts to recover, but overall mortgage rates are low, and that's partly what's fueling these really high home prices. If mortgage rates go up slightly, I don't think it's going to be enough to get the housing market off balance, but it could at least get us to a place where buyers aren't facing so much competition.
So then, Daryl, what essentially is going to take the steam a little bit out of the housing market sales, particularly on these prices? Because we are hearing that prices are so high. As you mentioned, the competition is cooling just a little bit. Folks right now can't afford to pay some of these prices. I think everyone has an anecdote in their neighborhood of a home that they think is going for way more than it is worth. So what do you think is going to be that catalyst to see those home prices come back a bit?
Listen, the fundamental fact of this housing market is that there aren't enough homes for everybody who wants to buy them. And during this housing boom we've been experiencing, builders have tried to build as much as they can, but they aren't keeping up. And that's partly because lumber prices are so high and it's hard to get a hold of labor. So it's really hard to see a situation where that fundamental problem of housing supply is addressed. We need to get a hold of it, and it's not in Biden's plan. So I don't know. I really hope that it becomes a priority for the country as a whole to build more housing.
Where are you seeing the most, interest right now in terms of cities across the country? Where are bidding wars really alive and well at the moment?
Suburbs are still very popular. People want a lot of space. They want a big backyard. Some people may have left the urban core, but they still want to stay within a drive's distance of cities where there are open restaurants now. So that makes suburbs really popular.
All right, so I'm going to ask you the flip side of the question, and this is really more for myself because I'm one of those folks right now hunting for a home that sadly can't afford some of the prices that we are seeing out there in this market. So right now, if you do want to buy a home at a slightly more affordable price than some of these high prices that we are seeing right now, where in this country are there not hot spots, or are you essentially out of luck everywhere in this nation?
I would look at townhomes. If you are considering a single family home and you keep getting outbid, a townhome can be a nice compromise. You'll share a wall oftentimes with another homeowner, but you still have a lot of space. It can be a nice compromise between density and wanting, 3 bedrooms or however much space you need. We're not seeing as much competition for those denser homes, condos, townhomes. So I think that's a good place to look if you've been priced out.